Good day, everyone. This is Coach Reese coming at you. I'm hoping you guys are having a good day and that you continue to enjoy your summer. Today, I'm going to be talking about the importance of seeking spiritual wealth and not worldly wealth. Okay. And I'm just going to talk briefly about three important keys to achieving good spiritual wealth. Okay. The first one is it's important to be humble. The word humble means that you don't consider yourself better than other people. And I feel that this is very important because if you're humble, if you're truly humble, you don't have a problem with associating yourself with people that are your equals. Like, for example, if you're a doctor, so you don't have a problem with, associating with people with the same intellect as yourself or the same wisdom. And more importantly, you don't have a problem with associating with people that may not have as much education as you or may be very poor. Okay. Spiritual wealth, it doesn't have necessarily a monetary value, but the wisdom that you gain from spiritual wealth is far more important than money, right? So what I'm trying to say is this: if you're willing to associate with not only your colleagues that are doctors or that elder in the church, for example, like that elder in the church can have some very deep, good wisdom that you can utilize for the rest of your life. Okay. And they may be extremely poor. They may be extremely poor as far as the world standards, but they're extremely wealthy as far as with spiritual wisdom. And spiritual wisdom is far more important than wealth. Okay. I want you to understand that. It's always important to be respectful to everyone. Like I say again, it's always very important to be respectful to, like if you're a doctor, to be respectful with your colleagues, to be respectful towards your hospital staff, the people that, that work in your practice. Why? Because people will respect you. So in other words, the energy that you deliver is the same energy that you're going to get back. So if you're very respectful and very honorable, treat people with honor and respect, you're going to get that in return. Okay. And it's also important to be respectful and honor and show people honor to folks that, again, that may be very poor and may not have as much education as you have, because again, spiritual wealth is far more important than worldly wealth. Okay. It's always important to be compassionate towards all people. Okay. Like I say again, if you show that you care, if you show care to your colleagues that are doctors, right? If you show care and love to your staff, the people that you work with at the hospital or your practice, you're going to get that in return. Okay. And what you're doing with these three things is you're strengthening your spirit, which is, and so in other words, you want to fill your spirit with good things. And in order to fill your spirit with good things, you have to do two things. You have to practice being good, right? You have to practice being humble. You have to practice being respectful. You have to practice being compassionate towards people. If you practice this, you will get better and better with it. Just as Michael Jordan had to practice his basketball game, the game of basketball, Michael Jordan had to practice a lot in order to be great. You're going to have to practice, your spiritual things in order to be great as well. So it's always important to be compassionate towards all people, because again, you never know who you're going to need in life. And like I say, the person that is very poor and may not have all this, glamorous status in society, in the community that you live in, they may be extremely wise and they may be able to give you some good, sound advice that you can use for the rest of your life. Okay. And it's always good to be good to everyone, because why? Because like I said again, you never know who you're going to need in life. You know, my grandma used to say this to me over and over again in regards to family. She used to say, you always be good to your family, because if you're ever in a crisis, your family is the first folks that you're going to call. They're going to be the first people that you call in a crisis. And you never want to have any bad blood with your family. Okay. So, but I apply this in life. I try my best to treat everyone, not only my family, I try my best to treat everyone with honor, respect, and love. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say again, you just never know who you're going to need in life. In today's society, unfortunately, you young people, you have to deal with mass shootings in school, or dealing with a mass shooting at a mall or wherever you may be at that time. So this is why it's critically important to be nice and good to all people, because that person that you were nice to for that brief moment may be the very person that saves your life. Okay, so I want you to keep this in mind. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and start and go into my letter. My letter is titled, Young People Should Seek Spiritual Wealth and Not Worldly Wealth. Wealth is the average American dream, and most people would love to be wealthy. Wealth can change your life and your family's life in a positive way. Yes, you would have a lot of money to pay your bills and buy nice things, and yes, that is awesome. But there is a valuable price you have to pay if you do not earn it the right way. I'm talking about seeking spiritual wealth, which is more important for you than worldly wealth. Wealth is good for you and your family, but it must be earned the right way. Spiritual wealth is gained by filling your heart with good things. If you believe in God, I would encourage you to exercise your faith according to your belief system. I would also encourage you to reach out to loving elders in your family, older family members that you know will give you good, sound advice on life. I would also encourage you to make friends of good elders. Good elders make good friends because they can show and teach you a lot about life. You will gain a lot of wisdom and morals from them that you can apply to your life. You will also be much more mature than your peers in school, and you may be able to teach them something you learned from the good elders. Read books and research on how to love yourself and other people. You have to learn how to love yourself because you will be more confident in life. It is always important to say to yourself that I am somebody and that I am just as good as someone else. Remember, you must strive for spiritual wealth you must strive for spiritual wealth every single day of your life. Remember, a good, solid, loving heart is more valuable than money. Now that your heart is in the right place, you can gain wealth in a responsible way. Folks that are greedy, selfish, or prideful will never achieve success they are looking for. You must find a career that you love and work extremely hard, and you can become wealthy. Do not ever say, I cannot do this or I cannot do that. You have to give your passion an opportunity, even if you or your family and friends discourage you. Yes, you can be the President of the United States, doctor, lawyer, or scientist. The big question is this: are you willing to make the big sacrifice of working hard and preparing yourself spiritually? Remember this, if a blind person can become wealthy, you can achieve wealth as well. Good millionaires love themselves and other people. Good millionaires have great joy in giving. And that concludes the letter that I have for you today. I always conclude my videos with the ending statement of practice. And I also am going to start to, I'm also going to start to say the importance of critical thinking. I have a statement that I want you to talk with your parents or guardians, on how the importance of being a critical thinker. I'm going to get to that statement here in a second. But at the end of the day, it's always important to be to seek spiritual wealth and not worldly wealth, because spiritual wealth is far more important. Okay, if you don't get anything else from this video, I want you to remember this: spiritual wealth is far more important than worldly wealth. Okay, if your heart is in the right place and you constantly exercise filling your heart with good things like being humble, being respectful, being compassionate, being willing to learn from folks of all different levels, regardless if they're poor or rich, you will gain success. Okay? All right? All right, this is the statement that I was telling you about on critical thinking. It says, always be a critical thinker, especially when making big decisions. Okay? I'm going to repeat this again. Always be a critical thinker, especially when making big decisions. Okay? I encourage you guys to write this statement down. And again, I want you to talk to your parents or guardians, or, your big brother, or, your auntie, or, your grandparents on how to be a good critical thinker. Okay? Because it's very important to be a critical thinker, especially when making big decisions. Okay? And now I'm just going to go into my ending statement of practice. I love you. I want the best for you. I encourage you to practice using love and wisdom in all that you do. Life is a game that you must learn how to play. Using love and wisdom for yourself and helping others in love and wisdom creates a powerful team. Love conquers all, even if you feel defeated. Keep loving, keep growing, and using wisdom, and God will bless you in a mighty way. I encourage you guys to hit the like button. I encourage you guys to share this content with family and friends and loved ones. I also encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel. At the end of the day, young people, all I want is the best for you. I want you to achieve your goals in life and be the best person that you can possibly be. Always stay on the right side of life. Remember that, okay? Always stay on the right side of life. Always make good, right decisions, always. Because that one time that you make a bad decision, it may have a negative effect on your life for the rest of your life, okay? Always think before you make your move, okay? Always think on things before you make your next move, okay? Because it's very important that you do this, because again, that one wrong decision can cost you the rest of your life, okay? Okay, children, I just want to conclude by saying this. God bless you, and may God keep you until we meet again.